Does it decapitate heads? Someone asked. Why are you asking that? Why?
Pretty brutal, isn't it?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Maybe we should re-examine ourselves of why we're asking that question.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Mil-Simp tax shooter and history-based gaming channel. So, Offworld Industries Luna and Mercury Arts Cats did a little dev talk live stream over on Twitch yesterday. So if you would like to see the full, a little over an hour stream, head over to the Squad 44 official channel over on Twitch. However, I assure you I have only edited out all of the fat and we've got all of the meat and potatoes right here. But without any further ado, Luna and Cats.
Oh my god, what is that? Cats, what is that?
So we got a Winchester shotgun there waiting for you for in the trenches. So one thing for the Marines that'll be coming into the game is going to be the shotgun. We're still working on some of the mechanics with regards to that, but yeah, something new, a bit completely different kind of weapon. Obviously used significantly more in the Pacific than it was in Europe, so hence why we'll be bringing it in to support the US Marine Corps. And it does have a bayonet as well, so if gratuitous violence is what you desire, I think it's the weapon for you, really. So,
I think concerningly a lot of people, would be like, yeah, totally. Very close quarters combat. You got shotgun and a bayonet. Does it decapitate heads? Someone asked. Why are you asking that? Why?
Pretty brutal, isn't it?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Maybe we should re-examine ourselves of why we're asking that question. People are. It looks like a lot of people are asking for gore. Guys, gore.
I think it'll work well with the gore system in game. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Cinematic purposes is what people say. Does it explode limbs? You guys, we need to.
I was waiting for someone to ask, will the training ground have like a skeet shoot or something like that? Like that would be pretty cool to do as well. But no, can we blow heads off? So yeah, we'll see.
Oh, is our guest here? Come on in. We have.
Oh, and here's the man who puts it all
He's not going to be
together.
able to hear, unfortunately. Come on in. This is Chuck, everybody.
Okay.
Hi.
We're talking about this gun. Do you have anything?
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Do you have anything to say about this gun?
Yeah. It's shotgun. It definitely does a lot of close range damage. Like I guess we're trying to sort of model it after how Beyond the Wire did their shotguns, and we're like pretty happy with how they implemented theirs, and I think it's gonna be like pretty fearsome, especially if you start hearing this go off, especially in like the trenches and caves of
Oh yeah, caves are gonna be huge.
The caves is. I don't know, Cats. Do you know if the sound is gonna like? There's gonna be like echo, and it's gonna be. Oh.
Oh, I have no idea. we need to speak to the sound
That does
designer.
require a bit of effort, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That might be too much.
But it is something that we have the technology for. So
Ooh, we have the technology.
we have the tech.
Yeah. So this is, I believe, the Nambu Type 14. So it'll be a pistol in use by the Japanese faction. What I will say with all these weapons is textures are very much work in progress at the moment.
Yes.
So
I need to put up.
they'll potentially be
I'll put up the text.
further refined.
There we go. I'll put up the text. Work in progress.
Yeah, so there we go. So, but it's our starter, so you can see the kind of detail that we're looking at as we go into. So, yeah. So this is one of the, I think, 2 pistols we've kind of got allocated for the Japanese faction. I won't say what the other one is. We'll kind of showcase other weapons later down the line as we go. But most of the models for the sidearms for all of the weapons, I think are done now. Chuck, if you might want to comment.
Yeah, I think so.
They're
Yeah,
not animated, but the model.
This is the Type 99 light machine gun. That's the primary automatic rifle for the Japanese Army. It basically is if you want to use like Squad 44 terms, it's basically like a really fast-firing brand. It has the same rate of fire as like the MG34. And it basically fires from 30-round box magazines as well. It has the ability to mount 2.5 times optic, making it actually a really, really versatile weapon. As you'll actually very soon see, in terms of versatility, it's also great in close quarters as well, because it has a permanently attached bayonet. So
is that the
a
full?
Japanese RPG here with scope,
Is that the
effectively.
full?
you can
sorry,
play. Yeah.
Is that the full range of?
Yeah.
So that whole range there is the range of the
Yep.
melee.
Yeah. You're seeing like a debug visualization of what the bayonet is doing. So like anytime it hits anything, you see that red line as like a trace. It's like, okay, this is where all the
That's where the damage is.
And all the hate and discontent gets directed.
The hate and the discontent. That's so cool.
I think this will help add a bit balance though. This particular weapon, kind of having the scope. So
Yeah.
Bringing in as an MG when you're defending, that's going to be pretty effective, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, and as you saw as well, like if you
sorry.
if you want to just
Replay it?
replay it, yeah.
Yep.
We can just have it running in the background. Yeah, like it has we're trying out the a feature that we prototyped actually on Squad, but we didn't kind of fully implement it. It was the idea of switching between scopes and eyesights. So this was something that that we wanted to try out, especially since it's like just one gun, and the way the scope and iron sights are set up, like it actually kind of lends itself to using both like sighting systems. So yeah, like if anything, I'm kind of excited for this weapon because this is like basically the Squad 44 Wonder weapon. Like it actually literally does everything. Like every single feature that we can have on a weapon is on this one.
Nice.
Okay, so you see at the back of the magazine,
This?
yeah, there's a little hole where you can look at like the rounds.
Yes.
Like the machine gun has a feature where you can see if you're low on ammo.
I didn't realize you'd done that.
Oh my god, you can see.
Yeah, you can see
the
it
ammo
like go
move.
down. Yeah, and
There.
Yeah, and then like it's not in this version yet because we still have a lot more work to do on the texture side. But on the back of the magazine follower is a little counter, so you can tell if you are running low on ammo, and it will count down from like I think 4 rounds down to when it's empty. So
That's so cool.
So like when you're looking,
This is why he's the wizard.
Yeah.
It's just a really like interesting kind of like bit of real world design that thankfully really we're able to like replicate. This gun in real life has a lot of interesting features. And it's probably in some way superior to some American or British arms.
Cool. Really neat. Oh yeah, you can see the like
Yeah,
moving.
you can see it moving. Yeah.
And then it's empty.
Yeah, and then when it turns black, there it's actually supposed to be we'll have like the numbers textured.
Oh,
there, so,
okay.
So you can see it like 4, 3, 2, 1, and then.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's really cool.
Neat.
This guy is actually not a Japanese weapon. It's a U.S. Marine, like early war, submachine gun. It's the M55 pricing. It's basically like it's a fairly fast-firing submachine gun that was originally designed for the Paramarines. Like I guess we wanted to kind of portray a bit more I guess like variety when it comes to small arms, especially used in that like theater. And the Marines were quite experimental with what they used ultimately. So a couple of interesting features of this gun, it has a very small magazine. like I think originally it was designed with a 20-round box magazine, but due to feed issues for the double stack design, they ended up switching to a single stack 12-round magazine, and that's not a lot of ammo. But in terms of gameplay, like we think that it could be a pretty interesting I guess like balance point between the Marines and the Japanese. So.
I think we've got it down for going to tankers and logistics at the moment between the M50 and the M55. So so it's more, I guess, later war it was kind of more realigned troops with the Thompson kind of more rolled out by then. But we'll keep it in for the variety, and it's a cool little weapon. I think
for sure. Yeah.
Is there quite a bit of spray on it? I guess if you're just hip firing.
It's in terms of this performance stats, it's pretty close to the Thompson. Although because this M55 version has like a wire stock that I believe we tuned it so that it just has more recoil because the stock looks like a coat hanger.
Right.
So it's not exactly the most comfortable.
The most stable.
Yeah, the most stable shooting platform.
Cheap and quick to get out, but maybe not the most reliable as well.
Gotcha.
I guess.
I see.
Yeah. And for those mentioning like Thompsons, we also have different variants of the 1928 A1 version that has seen service in like the Pacific. So we just haven't fully decided yet as to how we want to implement that across the board.
Is it 9mm or what?
No, it's 45 ACP.
45 ACP.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think all U.S. made submachine guns of the era were 45 caliber. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Very cool stuff.
You remember in a much older game, Red Orchestra 1 and Red Orchestra 2, like there was a feature that allowed you to change the barrel of certain machine guns, it basically is a game balance, I guess, feature where you could have realistically portrayed machine guns with large belts of ammo, but it provided some kind of I guess like some kind of point of balance to prevent players from just like ripping through the entire belt and reloading and continuously doing that. So like as part of that feature, we added overheating as a mechanical like barrel wear. So like what that means is like it's based on the machine gun, the barrel will get hotter, and you will go through certain states of I guess overheating.
Right.
Like mechanically how
You
it works
can
is
see
that.
it as well, can't you?
Oh, sorry?
Really cool with the,
He says you can
see it really well
You
with
can
the
see
red.
it, yeah.
You can see how it gets red and hot. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like basically there's like almost 3 stages of like overheating. The first 2 don't affect your accuracy, but they will affect like your sight picture actually, because you can kind of see the steam and the heat waves coming off of the barrel. But then once you reach a certain threshold where the barrel is basically like glowing, and you can very clearly see that there's like lots of heat wave coming out of the barrel, then your accuracy just kind of goes to shit.
Right.
Can I swear?
Yes, you can swear.
Okay, yeah. It basically goes to shit.
This is Squad 44. You can drink wine, you can do whatever.
Yeah, well, there's no rules here.
Yeah, we are the community. It's fine.
We're all
adults.
We're all mature adults here. So so then to obviously balance that out, certain machine guns have the ability to change the barrel. Like the barrel itself, it is a unlimited, I guess, like supply. So we're kind of we don't want to complicate it too much. Like you don't need to rearm or resupply your barrels. But it's just like a neat bit of realism.
Oh, okay, so based on the question someone did ask, is it like is there a limit to barrels? So they're unlimited.
It's unlimited. Like
Okay.
you treat it as if it was like as like an animation.
Okay.
Or as interaction that you can do to reset your level of like overheating.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And does the barrel cool down on its own, or you?
It does cool down on its own. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if you just leave it, it will go back down to room temperature. We don't have the ability for you to, I don't know, like go into a puddle and cool it that way.
Oh yeah. Or I've heard of some other unconventional ways to cool barrels.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say them on
Yeah.
stream. We're allowed to
Unfortunately-
swear, but we're not allowed to talk about
that, yeah.
dirty, nasty.
Unfortunately, we don't have the technology to do that, and I'm not sure if it's a worthwhile. I guess like.
I don't think so.
It's a worthwhile spend.
I don't think so. I
Yeah.
think changing the barrels is just easier.
Yeah. I can show you.
The next
I guess there's a few machine guns that we also did this for. Like I guess you can show off. Say like the MG34.
MG30. This one.
Yeah. From an artistic perspective, I love just the design of the
Yeah,
mechanism
really
for this. Like it kind of hinges. And then the barrel can basically be slid out from like the back. I remember reading it was like the MG34 was more popular compared to the MG42 for new crews because that barrel change mechanism was a lot more easier to like manipulate from the inside of like a cramped like tank.
Cracked. It's all subject to change. I don't think the animations are complete, but I believe you're in the testing Discord. We can talk about it in the testing Discord. Cracked.
Yeah. So then, actually, one pretty important change that we are doing for belt-fed machine guns, especially handheld ones, is we're increasing the belt sizes. So historically, both MG34, 42, and also the Browning 1919 have 250 round belts. So we want to try to get that represented in the game. And the overheating and barrel change mechanics were developed in order to be able to help balance that.
Yeah.
I guess we can
We'll have to
talk
keep
about.
an eye on the brand.
Sorry, Cass.
Yeah. I think we'll have to keep an eye on the balancing aspects with the brand and stuff like that. But I think we upped the magazines available for the brand to do that as well.
Yeah,
And it won't have to change as
we
much,
can show
so,
that actually.
Yep.
Yeah, which is cool.
This is this one here.
The M2.
Yeah. No. Sorry,
The brand.
The brand there. So like, I guess this is probably the first in any FPS game. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but the brand is actually able to switch barrels like really quick, pretty quickly as well. So it's not like that crucial to barrel change on like a Bren, considering its rate of fire and how often you change your magazines. But we decided that hey, this is like a cool little thing that you can do with like the Brens and also the ZV-26, which is basically the same, same family of like weapons.
And this is the one that sizzles, right? When you drop the barrel. 1 second. I gotta turn that up because that was a nice touch.
They all kind of sizzle, but yeah, it depends on whether you
I think it
get a
does
lucky
sizzle.
roll of the dice with like the Foley.
Let's see if it sizzles. I'm pretty sure this one does. Yeah, there's a bit of a sizzle there. I don't know if the stream heard it, but there is a bit of a sizzle there.
Everyone silent, just like.
It's there. I'm telling you, it's there.
Yeah. Naturally, we wanted to extend this mechanic, the overheating mechanic over to in-place weapons, and like turret-mounted vehicle weapons. Obviously, there are some guns that don't allow you to actually change the barrels. So in the case of the M2, yeah, you can change it, but you need to this particular iteration of it, like you need to worry about head spacing and other, I guess, more technical details that it was too difficult to kind of represent that, especially at the pace of gameplay that like Squad 44 is at. So it's a bit of a like a more of a balancing mechanic for like and plays the entire amount of machine guns as well. Like a bit of a cool kind of like feature that not even mainline Squad has, even though the devs have been
they want
asking
this?
me to say, hey, like how'd you do it? Yeah.
Squad 44 gets it first, baby.
Yeah. Squad 44 gets it first.
Yeah, and then Squad will get it. So. Cool.
I'm just sat here with a huge
Maybe,
smile on my face.
Yeah, people.
I have no say.
Anytime Chuck does something, I'm just like, oh wow, yeah. Keep going,
Yes.
keep going.
Yes.
And if you remember from my past videos, I showed you this untextured model. Well, guess what? It's now got textures, and it looks. How'd that get? I don't know where that came from. Anyway. This is a clip taken from a video I did almost half a decade ago when the Pacific Front was planned to be an unofficial mod called Chapter Blossom. If you remember this, you are probably a postscriptum, Squad 44 OG. Anyway, I thought we'd take a trip down memory lane before we go into the next segment, Q&A. That's right, folks in the chat of the live stream were able to ask questions, and they definitely asked some good ones.
Are less mainstream theaters going to be represented after the Pacific? We don't know yet. We don't know what's coming after the Pacific. It's still kind of up in the air. So what do you guys want to see? Chuck, what would be your dream?
Oh, what I want to see.
What do you want to see, Chuck?
I kind of want to see the campaigns in like the South Pacific.
Oh.
So like Kokoda, and Borneo, and Malaysia and Singapore.
Ooh.
Maybe even Hong Kong, because like those campaigns are a bit more, I guess, to me, I have more of a personal connection to that. I'm Australian, and growing up, we would learn all about the Anzacs and their kind of like desperate defense of like the Papua New Guinea Islands and all that. So for me personally, it's like I love to see that represented in like a game properly.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't have a say in what actually goes in.
No.
At least in terms of theaters, but it's
you totally do. It's
a bit of a personal desire there.
Yeah. Quality of life updates were possibly before the Pacific. There might be a small patch or hotfix going out. We haven't decided yet. It's mostly because the team is just 100% on the Pacific right now. So hopefully we might, but it really depends on capacity, Body dragging mechanics from Squad, possibly. There's a lot of things from Squad that I want to say, I don't know if it would be easy to port it over, but there's things from Squads that we could port over, absolutely.
It's within the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot better than saying, oh, hey, we have a completely new feature that we have no precedence of doing before. But dragging, yes, we've done it before, and we know what to do.
Yes. Plans on adding urban maps into the game in the future? Possibly. That's the thing.
So the problem with urban maps when you're doing those is it's a lot more work than it is to do sort of something where it's rural with like fields and trees and stuff like that, because each building you want to look completely different from the next one, so it's quite labor intensive, and also when you've got that much detail in a small area, it can be quite performance intensive as well. So I think we will shy away from that. That's not to say in future, who knows, I don't know, if we wanted to do a Stalingrad or a Monte Cassino or something along those lines, then yeah, obviously we can look at that, but it's just a lot of work to do urban maps, more so than more ranged battlefields, if you like.
Yeah, I'm seeing Kane is the big. Kane would be epic.
Con.
Is it Con?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Con.
Apologies.
Français.
En français. Je ne parle pas français. Ability to swim. Wellesley, why do we want to swim? You carry 100 pounds of gear on your back and you think you can swim? That's another thing. When people jump in the water and die, they're like, why did I die? It's like, you're a soldier.
That's actually the one thing that we were like, I guess initially we were like, oh, hey, let's port over all the water and amphibious mechanics from Squad. But then I guess, when we were talking about it, it was like, does it really make sense? like how much like Vietnam style patrol boat combat was there within the context of the Second World War,
right?
And whether there was something that you want to represent anyway. I doubt you want to encourage players to get into a boat on Iwo Jima and drive to the other side of the island.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, we have to think how we incorporate the LVTs, but yeah, that's the only thing really in the game that will be of interest there, I guess.
River crossings I can imagine, but then at the same time, the way water, I guess, is done currently is a very important gameplay, mechanic there. You want water to be a very, very big barrier to players and the overall game flow. So
yeah.
So for the Japanese, one of the things they had was a rather large mortar.
Yes.
Was it like 320 millimeters?
Was it 300 millimeter spigot mortar or something like that?
Yeah, it's
that thing doesn't
crazy.
look like a mortar.
So we'll probably have that.
Yeah, it's so silly.
Yeah. We'll probably have that as a commander call-in rather than a buildable, because if someone can just fire that whole game, that's gonna wipe out quite a lot.
380 millimeters.
Yeah.
That's like the size of a dinner plate.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's
a frying pan. Yeah, a frying pan.
What's the blast radius on that? Is there any statistic?
Big.
Big. Okay. Big. Interesting. All right.
So yeah, I think that'll be on the Japanese side. It's more of like they're in place of close air support, because Iwo Jima, they didn't really have an air force there, so you won't expect to see any Japanese planes as commander call-ins, but you will get that 320 mortar, which will add an element of sort of like a Stuka, I guess, in the current game. And then we've also got obviously Japanese had artillery on the island as well, so there'll be elements of artillery for call-ins as well for the Japanese, to include likely smoke rounds too. For the Americans, you've got the bombardment from the ships, which is being worked on. It's really cool actually seeing some of the tunnel mechanics that Husky's been working on, where the lights flicker and stuff like that at the start. Really, really cool in the tunnels, which have been finished now, I think. And in addition to the shore bombardment, they've got the Corsair firing rockets and MGs, I think. So that's pretty much rounds off the whole commander call-ins that you can expect for the Pacific.
Cool. Idlewise SDK fix. I'm hoping it's sooner rather than later. I mean, Crescent and Burn, I don't know if you're still in here, but one of these days I will connect you to our programmer when he has time to fully investigate this. But yeah, that's something that's on my list for bugging people about. Don't worry about that. Marker accuracy bug on the map, that's another like server client thing that we need to investigate as well, right? When you place markers on the map, how they're kind of offset slightly.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating. I don't think it's the offset, it's the if you want to place another marker next to one that's already there, it kind of offsets it. It doesn't let you kind of place close, I think, is the issue there. Right. But we've looked at it previously. We thought we had it down, and it's one that needs to be kind of looked at more in depth when we get the resources for it.
Mm-hmm. What else? Flamethrowers.
Oh yeah.
That's another thing. Don't wrap up before flamethrowers. We want. Can I say that we want to do
love
it?
flamethrowers.
We would want to.
Yeah. We definitely want to do it. Again, it is a matter of like bandwidth and like we're gonna try our best.
Yes.
But it's something that we can't exactly show right now, or we I guess we shouldn't say with 1 million.
Yeah, we can't promise it. Yeah,
I would say for Iwo Jima, I don't think it's going to be in for Iwo Jima. It's going to be for down the line as a separate update. Yeah, when we can look at that. But then, I'm gonna one up on this, because I know obviously we've got to look at bringing it over, but it would be amazing to have flamethrower tanks as well. Just saying, Chuck. Just
throwing that out there.
Just throwing it out there.
Just slide that in there.
Just saying,
Best way to support the game is to play it.
Yes.
And you know, to like spread the word.
Yes, please play.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. So I want to just thank everybody for coming out. We want to do these every month. So if you have ideas, I think the next one we'll do, we discussed doing maybe more of a level design focused one. So if you have any questions about level design, that sort of thing. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining. We will see you next time. Bye.
Cool. Take care, all. Thanks.
Thanks, cats. We'll talk after this, but thank
Thanks,
you.
guys. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
No worries.
See you, buddy.
Ciao.
That's right, boys. Play the game, spread the word. I hope you guys are as excited for the future of Squad 44 as I am. I will see you boys in the next one. As always, shout out to the Mil-Simp minions, my channel members. I guess it's worth mentioning again, the channel has an 85% unsubscribed viewership. I see big channels whine about 60%, so I thought I'd mention that again. How about this? We'll mix it up a little bit. Unsubscribe, dislike. I will see you boys in the next one. Y'all be good to each other.